Hey guys!
Welcome back to another episode. This is Sisters in Chats with me, Jade.
And me, Paige. Right, so today's topic, self-worth, or, self-worth or self-respect.
Yeah. I feel like they're very similar. So I did actually Google. So with the assist of Google, I'm just going to basically read out what I saw online. So self-worth is a personal internal sense of being value and deserving of respect, love, and belonging. And then they say with self-respect is the ability to value and affirm oneself even in the face of adversity or self-doubt. So I feel like they kind of intertwine with each other. And I feel like lately, I don't know, I feel like respect's always been a thing. Mm-hmm. And of course, self-worth, or maybe I'm just new to it, but I feel like self-worth has definitely been brought up more.
I think it's more spoken on now.
More spoken about, yeah. Whereas before it wasn't.
I think that's because loads of people coming forward with what they're going through and people highlight, no, we need to stop this and we need to teach self-worth.
Yeah.
So we can prevent those situations from occurring.
Yeah, I agree. Do you think though, if you have little self-respect, you have little self-worth? Like if you have less of one, you have less of, it's automatically less the other?
I think they balance each other out, even though they're different. Because if you lack self-respect, there's certain things that you will allow without realizing. And for one, you might have not the right boundaries put in place.
Yeah.
So where people realize that you don't respect yourself, they kind of can seep in and they then don't respect you as much.
Your self-worth.
Exactly. And your self-respect automatically decreases because where your worth is low, you're not respecting yourself enough to kind of, Yeah,
it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a situation? You probably have loads.
I think everybody has
situations where they've dealt with the whole self-respect, self-worth.
Yeah, I think in both friends and relationships. For example, I think I've mentioned this before, with situationships.
Yeah.
I feel now stepping out of it, and I think it's more spoken about now, situationships. But
110%.
they're difficult to get in. But it's why did I even put myself in that situation? I think it's because I didn't understand my self-worth. And I don't think clearly I didn't respect myself enough because I was allowing that situation to be on constant repeat.
Yeah.
And then just hurting myself, knowing this person had no intentions of
Yeah.
So it's I didn't respect myself, and I think the outcome of that is they didn't really respect me.
Yeah, because they saw you would allow so much things and tolerate so much BS. They were like, okay, this girl's letting things happen, so I'm basically gonna reciprocate the same energy and just basically treat her like trash.
It's true, and I feel now I step back and reflecting on that, it's just if I didn't put myself in that situation, then they probably would have known, okay, I can't do this to her because she's just not going to tolerate this. So
they do say that.
But then saying that again, when you're in that situation, I think it is kind of hard to navigate and kind of read the situation for what it actually is.
Yeah. Because
you're just clouded with things. But that's why, touching on self-worth again, I just think it's so important to just have those set.
Yeah.
So we don't cross wires, and respect is just there regardless.
Yeah, and I completely agree. But I also just want to retouch on the point of when you said when you're in the situation, if that's in a relationship or a situationship, when you're in it, it's so hard. As dumb as it might sound, you should know, you should have self-love and self-respect and all of that kind of selfness, basically.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they definitely sit underneath the same umbrella. It's so hard to remember that.
Oh, 100%.
Especially when you're such a good, genuine person and caring person.
Yeah.
It kind of gets blindsided.
Yeah, 100%.
And you will put up with so much BS because you generally care and love for the person and you completely forget about yourself.
Yeah.
So that line, you should put yourself first. Just basically keep that on the front of your mind.
Yeah, definitely.
In many situations, not only just with relationships, with friendships and with family as well. Because sometimes you're going to have to put your foot down when it comes to family. They're family, but sometimes things can't run.
No, it's true. My peace is more important.
Yeah, 110%.
So
no one's got time for it. I feel getting older as well. kind of all that drama and all that jazz is just like, no, thank you. I'd
I'll
rather
pass.
not. Definitely. I feel like for me, with like a personal experience, definitely been friends.
Okay, yeah.
So obviously I've had the whole relationship side of things as well, but definitely for me, I feel like friendships as well. I feel like I've seen certain things and I'm like, okay, that's not really much me. And I would step away from certain people, or we would just naturally distance ourselves. And I've liked that.
Yeah.
Because it's just obviously avoided the awkwardness of, okay, bye kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just because I just knew I need to set certain boundaries for myself and like just peace and things like that. So, yeah.
I just think it's so important though. But the thing is, going through those situations, it highlights to you that it's important to have self-respect and know your worth, because without that, people just, it's like, let's be real, guys. Like, if unfortunately in this world, if you're too kind-hearted, people sometimes, the majority of the time, they take advantage of it, especially when they know they can walk all over you and you're just going to be there regardless. Because I think it's about learning to separate your personal emotions to, if someone's crossing your boundaries, they're crossing the boundaries. They don't respect you enough. So keep it stepping. You don't deserve that treatment from them.
Yeah.
And I think it's also important to surround yourself with people who match your vibe, or the person who you want to step into. So then you can keep that like radiation of like positivity around you and respect. And like even things with, I don't know, guys, I'm just saying random things that I feel like you should do to kind of like build on self-worth and self-respect. But anyway, first of all, is there anything that you wanted to add in?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I feel like one thing was maybe like expectations. I feel like when you're, like you said, with being around people with that same energy, it's because you have that mutual, I don't know, expectation as such. So they're giving off that energy, you're receiving that energy, and it goes both ways. Like it flows the respect and self-worth.
Yeah.
It's appreciated, and that's that. Whereas I feel like most of the time people will expect you to give it, but they won't give it back to you.
Yeah, I know, which is crazy within itself. But yeah, like touching like even like things with like, I don't know, try meditating, that could help, or do like something physical just to keep yourself occupied and like building your strength up. So you like, yeah.
I think it's just, it kind of entwines. So when I did have a look online and things, it's just like being mindful, taking small steps. So this is more on self-worth.
Oh, okay.
So they're kind of saying to practice self-care. So that is, I don't know, getting your nails done, or
just looking good and feeling good,
or just like getting a really good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Also just being mindful as well. So then like linking to what you said about meditation and all that jazz, taking small steps. So having goals and like actually progressively meeting those, because again, that's all to do with like building your inner self.
Yeah.
And then avoiding criticizing yourself, which is such a big thing.
Oh my gosh, no, that is so true.
I feel like we criticize ourselves, and you always say it to me,
So
like,
much.
we're our biggest
enemy.
Yeah, like 100%. We're so quick to just be so horrible to ourselves.
I know.
And it's so self-damaging as well. So everyone, stop criticizing yourself and be more nicer.
Like, talk to yourself how you would talk to your friend. Like, if you're going through something, be like, just encourage yourself to be better and do better and do what's right for you. Like, don't talk down on yourself. If you're having a bad day, that's okay, but don't like let that take away from what you're trying to build to become.
Yeah, 100%. Don't be sabotaging yourself, basically.
No, we don't self-sabotage, okay, guys?
Yeah. And then with self-respect, they kind of went along the lines of like setting boundaries, which you've said.
Yeah.
And be aware of interactions. So just be aware when, you know, the whole energy thing. If someone's taking advantage of you and all that, step away.
Yeah.
And also making choices that make you feel good. So yeah.
Oh, that's so important.
So making sure if that's maintaining a friendship or like disengaging or like in relationships or even like family, like I said, making sure that you're making decisions that will protect like your self-respect, because it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So yeah, those are a few things that you can do. So then I guess like the real question is there a difference? Or no?
There's a slight difference, but I guess we could say without one, you don't have the other. So they're both significant.
They definitely overlap and they go hand in hand. And they complement each other very well. So everyone who is not working on the self-worth and self-respect, definitely get into that.
Yeah, because you'll feel so much better as well. And you'll be like a better version of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's just whole a peace of mind kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, we're going to round it up and give some advice. So bear with. So the title is Considering Marriage with My Girlfriend That I'm No Longer Attracted to. Is this going to work out long term? Initial thoughts?
No.
You're saying no?
I don't think so.
You don't think you can become attracted to someone again if you lose attraction?
No, okay, no. When you put it like that, yeah, you can do, but I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me get into it. So my girlfriend and I were in a relationship for the past 5 years, and we've recently started to consider marrying each other. Over the last few months, I've started feeling less and less attracted to her, and I no longer look forward to or get excited about physical intimacy. I brought this up a few times, and we've almost broken up once. She got very emotional and didn't want us to break up, and I somehow convinced and hoped things would get better. Apart from this, she's very fun to be around, and I enjoy her company and what she brings to my life. I'm very confused, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Okay. So it's like what I've taken from that, like breakdown, is in the relationship is all good.
Yeah.
It seems like all the other departments are fine.
It's
just this
just
physical attraction which is affecting the intimacy.
Okay, when you put it like that, I guess, I think the thing is there's things that are available now which you can work on that stuff in your relationship.
Yeah.
So no, I changed my mind. Yes, I think it is. They can fix their relationship.
100%, I agree.
I think they just need to try new things, I would say.
Yeah.
But because the reason why I said no initially is because I was thinking, oh gosh, like, is he gonna have a wandering eye? Like, because is he gonna then friend zone her because she's got amazing qualities, but he's not like physically attracted to her? That's what I initially thought.
I thought the same.
But in my head, it's like, just think of it as like it's a bump in the road in your relationship, and it's just something that you have to work on. But then again, I feel like for the girl, it must knock her confidence down quite a lot. It must knock her
confidence so much.
Yeah, definitely.
Which isn't great. I think it's great that he's communicating with her and they're having the conversations. Obviously, it will affect her, and it might make it a little bit more harder to get back on track, especially to do with like how she physically looks. I'm assuming. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Which obviously sucks, but it will be hard for her, but it is doable. Like, especially if she doesn't want to break up with him.
Yeah, I know, which I was going to say.
So if she's made that decision, like, I don't want to break up with you, I want this to work, then, you know, they can figure something out.
They can figure it out. Yeah, I think just you've done the first step, which is talking about it, which is great. And obviously it's a hard pill to swallow, but now you just like take steps forward. It's like, okay, cool. What can we do to like get that spark back? Like, what is it? So yeah. But I think it's, but like you said, you communicate about it, which is the most important thing.
They've clearly like know the exact problem. Now they just need to find a suitable, like a solution to the problem in a way that they want to go about it. And that could be, I don't know, like the things that's a problem in my head is like, I don't know, sex therapy or trying out different things in the bedroom. Or I don't know if it might be a thing where her confidence being knocked. I don't know if it's like you guys go gym together and you you see and you're progressing. I don't know if it's to do with the way her body looks. I'm not too sure. Yeah. But like, look, there's so many avenues you can go down it. I just feel like to keep that clear, open communication line and seeing what, you know, you both feel comfortable doing. Because some people might not jump to sex therapy. That might be a bit too much. But then they might be like, oh, I don't mind actually going to the shops and just buying a few things and trying things out. So it depends on what we will feel comfortable with. But I definitely feel like they can sort it out.
Oh, 100%. So, yeah. I definitely think so. But yeah, well, thanks for tuning in, guys, for today's episode. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel.
Yes, and for all our audio listeners, can you please give us a follow and leave us a review? Until next week. Thanks, guys. Bye.